Life is short. Just enjoy. Quran, enjoy. Mashallah. Enjoy you, eh? Yeah. Samir, eh? Yes.
High rates of death.
The threats or the what?
High rates.
High rate of death. But there are still people on denial, isn't it? Therefore, they created excuses. And that's why you should avoid being an excusist in your life. If you want to make things work, avoid being an excusist. Don't create reasons why you cannot do it. You know, there are some people who will give you 100 reasons why they cannot do what they're supposed to do. And stupid them. You just need one reason, they give you 100 of them. It won't work. Why? They list 100 reasons. While in the real sense, you just need one. But to show that they don't want to do it, they give you 100 reasons. You meet some mentees and they tell you all sorts of reasons why they're not doing well in school. But they'll never mention that they are one of those reasons, that they need to change them. So, and that's humanity. That at the end of the day, you need to admit that here I have a problem. How many of you, let's be honest with each other, feel very uncomfortable with who you are at the moment? You feel you need to be somebody else. It is really stressing you. It is really traumatizing you. Every time you look at yourself on the mirror, you feel, no, this is not the person I want to be. This is not the person I want to be. And sometimes, you know, you spend hours, thinking at night. You can't even sleep because you feel there is something you need to change on you. How many of you go through that sometimes? If not now. I'm going through that at the moment. If you don't go through that, my friend, you're too comfortable. And it is dangerous to be comfortable. Because you will never grow. So find that reason, and reason that will make you run. Instead of crawling and walking, you fly. And then you change yourself. And our young people really need that. When you are creating a profile to bring change, you have to spot the danger along the way. Spot the danger along the way. And when the people, hear about those dangers, now they become awakened. But if you decorate the whole process with roses, people will leave it with you. Okay? Because now you've given them a comfortable zone. It's like in a boarding school, we don't allow students to come with high-dense mattresses. Why? And they're supposed to be comfortable in the dormitory? No, they might oversleep, isn't it? So you ask them to bring that size of a mattress, so that the metal bed will also hurt their back when they are sleeping. It is the pain of the bed that will make that student not enjoy the sleep on that bed. Are you getting my point? I know a wife who one day decided to pour water on their matrimonial bed so that the husband will stop sleeping, because he was sleeping too much. Now you have nowhere to sleep. Where are you going to sleep? Get out, man. Go and look for work. So there has to be a situation that will necessitate your move from where you are to where you're supposed to be. You know, as we speak now, there are some people, if they have 1,000 bob in their pocket, wow, life is good. They go to Meru, Mogoka, life is good. Now, bado hapo na hadijakopa, Sabah Salum, Nyago Champapure, there. And you have 10, maybe you have 10,000 with you, and you're sleeping, no man, it's not enough. What's wrong with you? I have no money, I'm broke. And you have 10,000, and you're telling people you are broke. And another one is happy with 1,000. Now what's the difference? Comfort. So you have to create that in the mentee. To feel like, my friend, you are not a pigeon, you are an eagle. My friend, you're not a cat, you are a lion. My friend, you got more potential. Move. Can you write the word move down? Move. And motivate yourself. Move. Motivate yourself. Oh, be optimistic. Work on your values. And empower yourself. Move. minus that, what move? They say you adopt the philosophy of the fish. The fish has no reverse gear. Hata kama kuna nyavu hapa mbele, samaki hajui kurudi nyuma. Ataingia tu kwenye hiyo nyavu, akamatwe, mambo yaishi. Kwa sababu hajui kurudi nyuma. Mto hawezi kuflow backward. Pale unapoanza unakwenda, kama kuna mlima mbele, kama kuna whatever valley, it will change its form, but it has to move. It has to move. And you and me must have that spirit in us. We must adapt that philosophy. Nothing should stop us. For you to achieve anything in your life, you have to be unstoppable. Unstoppable. You have to be unstoppable. You hear me? You got to be unstoppable. You got to go for what you want. And you don't stop until you get it. They say, you know, Alexander the Great, not the kind, King George I of England, when French was almost, you know, defeating the British army, he decided to address the soldiers, and he told them, you either give me victory or you give me death. You either bring me victory or you give me death. And that really moved the soldiers, and they won the war. Another king went to an island in the current Mexico, and when he arrived there in that island, he discovered that island had a very powerful army, and there was no way they could take over that island until they defeated the army. And when he looked at his army, they were frail men and they were very few. So he looked at the two boats that they used to cross over to the island, and he decided to burn them. After burning them, he told the soldiers, look, now we have nothing that will take us out from this island to where we came from. The only ticket that will give us the ability to get out of this island alive is by defeating this army. What happened? What do you think happened? They beat them with their numbers and mightiness, and they beat them. When a human being sees himself in a situation where it is now a matter of life and death, you will always live. You will always live. When you take a cat to the corner and the cat realizes that I have no way out, no matter how pussy, you know what I mean? No matter how pussy the cat is, it will become my friend. It will attack you. So in life you have to be in that state where there is no way out until you succeed. Life is meaningless. The day you tell yourself, life is meaningless for me until I achieve this, you'll achieve it. Have you ever seen some young men who will never give up on a girl, no matter how much the parents of the girl are saying no, no matter how everybody is against that wedding, no matter how complicated things are, and they say ni wewe na mimi na mimi na wewe. There is no way out. And finally you hear, wow, the father has given in. What is it? But that happened. Now persistence, consistently, repeating it every day. I told you yesterday, if you tell somebody stupid for 21 days, that person becomes stupid. You tell someone you are clever, they become clever. You tell somebody I love you, no matter how much they hate you, they will see something nice on you, and they will fall lovingly. It's called the law of 21 days, but it has to be every day. If you are on the 10th day and you miss that day, you start from 1 again. You have to complete the cycle of 21 days, and that's when change takes place. Now we go to the next one. We are moving from episodic to continuous change. With this shift, urgency will move from being an important issue every few years to being a powerful asset all the time. All the time. Identify potential threats and develop scenarios showing what could happen in the future. Examine opportunities that should be or could be exploited. Start honest discussion and give dynamics and convincing reasons to get people talking and thinking. Request support from customers, outside stakeholders, industry, whoever is available. so that at the end of the day you have the support of the inner and the outer court. Work hard. Change to be successful. 75% of a company's management, organizational management, needs to buy into the change. In other words, you have to really work hard on. If you act without proper preparation, you could be in for a very bumpy ride. Nothing worthy gaining was ever gained without effort. Form a powerful coalition. The second step, a team. Together, everybody achieves more. Synergy gives you energy. Hebu piga kofi kwa kutumia kidole ndogo hivi. Amna sauti. Hii ni wakati you are egocentric, you are selfish, you don't want to consult anybody, you think you are an alpha and omega, but then you discover you have a friend you can discuss with your issues and things could improve. Now you're two of you together. You know, there is an increase in the volume, in the sound. Now you are three, you discover another friend, and then four, and then five. The more you are, the bigger the sound. And that's where the network works quite a lot. Convince people that change is necessary. This often takes strong, and this is really needed in Mombasa. I wish you young people could do this. To make people realize there's a need for change. There's a need for an overhaul. You know, an overhaul? Overhaul. To bring a transformation in Mombasa. Convince people that change is necessary. This often takes strong leadership and visible support from key people within your organization. Managing change isn't enough. You have to lead the change. Because everything begins on the, depends on the leadership. What we do, identify the true leaders in your organization. Somebody was sharing with me the idea of Leadership Academy. You have to identify those talents, then put them together, and then train them for the future. Ask for an emotional commitment from these key people. Work on team building within your change coalition. Check your team for weak areas and ensure that you have a good mix of people from different departments and different levels within your company organization. We guide, educate, and inspire people to become better leaders. Change to successfully transform organization, they enrich lives today and build a better world for future generation and become better. Number 3, create a vision for change. When you first start thinking about change, there will probably be many great ideas and solutions, what we call floating around. Link this concept to an overall vision that people can grasp easily and remember. A clear vision can have everyone understand why you are asking them to do something. When people see for themselves what you are trying to achieve, then the directives they are given tend to make more sense. What is the vision of Future Pillar? What is the vision? What is the vision? What is the vision? To see to be or to see. Which one is right? Which one is right? To see or to be when you're writing a vision? Which one do you use? To see or to be? To be. The vision must always begin with be.
Yes.
And some people say you write it in the present tense structure, so that it's like it's already there. You're already seeing it. Many people make mistakes when they're writing their vision. They mix up between vision and mission. They write vision like mission and mission like objectives. Then at the end of the day, you're not able to use it to push other people to see what you're able to do. Determine the values that are central to the change. Develop a short summary, 1 or 2 sentences that captures what you see as the future of your organization. Create a strategy to execute that vision. Ensure that your change coalition can describe the vision in 5 minutes or less. Practice your vision speech often. One important step towards that direction for any organization is every member of that organization must memorize the vision. Must memorize the vision. Must memorize the mission. Must memorize the working principles and the values of that organization. And that is how you social market that organization. Because if you can remember it, definitely you can achieve it, you can do it, and you can convince somebody to support that particular organization. What makes a leader? A leader always communicates the vision. He communicates the vision. So if somebody cannot remember the vision of the organization, there is a problem there. It must be on your fingerprint. What we call the branding tools of the organization. The vision, the mission, the strategic objectives, the core values of that organization must be on the fingertips of every member of that organization. Because that's what stirs you, motivates you, pushes you to be serious with your commitment to that organization. 4, communicate the vision. What you do with your vision after you create it will determine your success. Your message will probably have stronger competition from other day-to-day communications within the company or organization. So you need to communicate it frequently and powerfully and embed it within everything that you do. It's also important to walk the talk. What you do is for the more important and believable than what you say. Demonstrate the kind of behavior that you want from others. So again, that becomes the canopy of the organization. So what do we do then? Lead by example, not by force. Talk often about your change vision. Openly and honestly address people's concerns and anxieties. Apply your vision to all aspects of operation, from training to performance review, everything back to the visions. Lead by example. That's what John Maxwell says. The leader knows the way, shows the way, but finally walks the way. Either unakuwa bata ama unakuwa kuku. You are either a mkokoteni or you are a wheelbarrow. Which one is better? Which method of leadership is good? Mkokoteni ama wheelbarrow? Which one is good? Which style of parenting is good? Ya bata ama ya kuku?
Ya kuku is
Nani amesema ya kuku? Bilai, vipi ni nzuri?
differentiation. Kuku kawaida is always one.
Anako mbele na watoto wako nyuma.
Bata
Wa kuku?
Yes.
Bata ndio mbele.
Bata nimeona mimi. Sasa sijaona vizuri lakini confuse wa kawaida.
Wengine wanaacha
Bata ndio yuko mbele. Watoto wako nyuma. Sasa kuviokota vile vitoto mpaka ukavimaliza. Bata bado hajajua. Yuko mbele huko. Lakini kuku watoto wako mbele, yeye yuko nyuma.
So kuku ndo
So which one is better? Kuku. What do you mean?
Leader shows the way, walks the way.
Yule walks mbele. Kiongozi ni yule aliyoko mbele. Is the face of the organization. And everything that will happen with him first before anybody else. Kama wao wale wa yeye mbele. Kisha wengine wanafuata. Sidio? Na kadhalika.
Kama yupita yeye, yupita yeye.
Na wheelbarrow na mkokoteni, what's the difference? Wheelbarrow, why? Wasukumu. Mkokoteni usiseme nrutu Wheelbarrow.
Wheelbarrow uko mbele, wewe uko nyuma.
Kupeleka watu Are you sure my friend mkokoteni?
Si mkokoteni singine unaweza kuvuta hivi ama unazopita.
Lakini the ideal situation, the ideal position of mkokoteni to kuvuta.
Mbele, utakuwa mbele.
The ideal. Yeah. The other one is not ideal, particularly after kubeba mizigo, utakuwa mbele wengine wakusaidia. So that's the best style in leadership. Okay. Good communication is not just data transfer. You need to show people something that addresses their anxieties, that accepts their anger, that is incredible in every gut level set, and that evokes faith in the vision. That's what John Porter, who is the founder of this model. Again, 5, remove obstacle. Remove every obstacle. Work on the limitations. Tafuta zile threats ambazo zinafanya usikue na usiachieve your vision. Identify them. Put in place the structure for change and continually check for barriers within. Removing obstacle can empower the people you need to execute their vision, and it can help the change to move forward. Make it easy for people. Don't make it so hard. Okay, everybody is complaining today that the taxes are chasing away the investors. And even the Kenyans themselves have stopped investing because there's too much. In fact, when you go to shops, people don't want you to pay with M-Pesa anymore. Wanakwambia, withdraw. Don't use PayBill, don't use buy good. Withdraw. Kwa sababu the taxes are too many. So it's like when you think you are helping people or helping situation, you are making it worse. I like the mentalities of Somalis. If you're a Somali, don't feel bad about that. I'm just using it as a example. Somalis believe in quantity. You sell in large numbers. Therefore, they make things cheaper, and therefore people buy in large numbers. The profit margin is very low, but when it is bought in large number, you get a bigger profit. Indians are different. Indians want to make a bigger profit in small. It's different. The Somalis and the Indians who are here, don't worry about that. It's just an example. So in life, you have to look at what is the best way to attract young people into future pillar organization. If you put a registration fee of 1,000, will it be able to work? Okay, will they come? Therefore, you have to make it friendly to the target group. The mentees must feel comfortable to join the mentorship program. Again, what do? Identify or hire change leaders whose main roles are to deliver a change. That's why consultancy is the best business to do. Because the only thing you do is to change the language and you make people pay you millions. Can you imagine that? You bring people together, they're the ones who will tell you what to do. Then you put it in that professional language and then you give them the report and then they give you 500,000. It's interesting, isn't it? You know the job that gives you more money these days in the world? Which career is highly paid today in the 21st century? IT.
Sports.
No corruption, no medicine. Thinking. Have you heard people who are strategists? Their work is just to think for governments, for big organizations, for big companies. They have nothing. Their work is just to think. Paper and pen only. Okay? They put them in special rooms or in special labs or whatever they call it. And their work is just to produce ideas. Those are highly paid people because they are paid per second. Okay, and the idea is that idea will generate the money. The idea generates, you're given a certain percentage of that money apart from being paid for developing that idea. So if you want to be a highly paid individual, get into the business of thinking. And I want you to Google. There are latest books on how to think. That if you want to be a leader or a strategist or a visionary person, you can't miss reading those books. Just put 2023 versions of how to think. Then you see all the books and articles. Read them, please. Read them. They're very nourishing. You know, they're empowering. Even if you don't become a leader, you don't become a nobody, you become a good decision maker. Okay, because you get those skills of thinking. So recognize and reward people for making the change happen. Identify people who are resisting the change and help them see what's needed. Take action to quickly remove barriers, or human or otherwise, or material, so that the path is clear. You should be there. Anyone who works hard to make life easy for others, what happened to that person? Their life becomes easier. If you want life to be easy for you, make life easy for others. If you do what is hard on you, life becomes easy for you. Do what is hard and life becomes easy. But if you do what is easy, life becomes very hard. And that's what's happened to many young people in Mombasa. They take it so easily. And then things becomes very hard, difficult, because they are used to that easy life. A good strategic plan makes everything possible. But you got to think strategically. 6, create short-term wins, because people have a tendency of getting bored, tired, and giving up very easily. So if your program is a long-term program, divide it in short-term periods where people can see success, because every success leads to another success. Nothing motivates more than success. give your company or organization or individual a taste of victory early in the change process. A mentee should see an improvement as you interact with them very quickly. Within a short time frame, this could be a month or a year depending on the type of change. You will want to have results that your staff or yourself can see. Without this, critics and negative thinkers might hurt your progress. Vishindo waingia kwenye maskuli, angalia results zilikuwaje. Hata mwaka jana walikuwa alidina, angalia results za alidina zingeuka pale pale, maybe even worse. Now what did we do? Yeah? So it's very important for us to be very strategic. It's not just about results of KCSE. What other changes really took place when you're taking these boys through a mentorship program? Now write that one down and share it out so that people can see what was done here. Even if ultimately the results were not very good, there are so many factors that contribute into good results. But now you have other things to showcase that work was truly done. And in any organization, that too, you should start with things that don't need money, and then move things to things that will show results very quickly, and now embark on long-term programs and projects. And that way, to get support becomes much easier. What do we do then? Look for surefire projects that you can implement without help from any strong critic or the change. Don't choose early targets that are expensive. You want to be able to justify the investment in your project. Thoroughly analyze the potential pros and cons of your target. If you don't succeed with an early goal, it can hurt your entire change initiative.